Hello everyone and welcome back to Paralisers. It's me Shakti here, and today we're just going to be taking a look at the iPhone 7 Plus. The iPhone 7 Plus released in September 2016 and this is the current flagship smartphone for Apple. So the phone comes with 3GB of RAM and Apple's latest A10 Fusion chip. So being the flagship smartphone, this phone comes with Apple's best features and it's fully loaded. This thing for the first time comes with IP67 water and dust resistance, which means that you can put this underwater for around 1 or 2 meters and it'll still survive. Other than that, this phone also gets the features taken over from the previous generation, the iPhone 6s, like 3D touch. And other than that, the new feature which Apple actually got into this phone is its static home button, which means that this button is actually a sensor and it's not actually a physical button, and also the Touch ID sensor is built into this button. This phone currently comes with 3 options in terms of memory: the 32GB, the 128GB and 256GB. With colors, it has 5 colors: the new jet black and matte black, and the old regular colors, which are rose gold, gold and silver. The most surprising decision made by Apple was to get rid of the headphone jack. This thing actually doesn't have a headphone jack, but to replace this, Apple actually had made an adapter, which is this thing right here. What this is this gets connected to your lightning port, and outside this has a 3.5mm headphone jacks. So if you guys want to connect your old earphones and all that, you guys need to use this if you're having an iPhone 7 Plus or 7. So right out of the box, what you get is the phone itself, some paperwork as usual, with that adapter, a lightning cable and lightning earpods. So moving on to the display, this phone has a 5.5-inch Full HD display with around 401 pixels per inch. This display is actually really crisp and also one of the brightest displays on the market. Now let's just sort of explore the design of the phone. So right in front of the phone, what we have here is just the display itself, then the static home button right there, and on the top we have nothing, and on the bottom, like we told before, we just have 2 speakers right here and the lightning port but no headphone jack. On this side, what we have here is just a volume button for muting the phone and for unmuting, then the volume rockers for more volume and less volume. Here we have the power button right there. So behind this phone has its dual camera setup, one which is a regular 12MP camera and the other which is the wide angle 12MP camera, and here you have another sensor right there, and just right next to it we have the True Tone flash. So here we can also see the antenna bands which are going around. So on the top here we have the camera itself, and here we have a sensor. Yeah, it's just your ambient light sensor and also a few of your other sensors built in over there. Moving on to the other features, this phone also has features like, just as you lift the phone up, it comes on, the display comes on. And yes, its fingerprint sensor is something really amazing, as it's really quick. Just a slight touch would do and you'd get it right. Now let's just do that once again. So let me just lock the screen, and there you go. It's something really quick. So now this phone also has other features like the 3D touch. Well, for example, there you go. It's just a long press for something. 3D touch actually helps us on making things quite quicker. For example, if you want to record a quick video, you just press that and record video, and it just gets you onto the menu for recording videos. 3D touch is also available in different third-party apps and also for apps made by Apple. Another highlight on this phone is its home button, as it's not actually a physical button but it's sort of a sensor. So there you go. Once you press that, it's not actually a button but the phone vibrates and gives us a sort of a feeling as if we're pressing on something, but nothing actually happens, you know. So if we want to change the settings on how much pressure we have to apply for all the movements, we can actually change it in settings, and we just go to home button right there, and yep, we can actually choose and change all those things right here. So now for testing out this phone's performance, we'll just be playing a few games. So the first game in our list is gonna be Pokemon Go. So let's just go there. So loading this game, this phone just takes really less time, and once this game's on, also the gameplay is also quite good, but I don't think we'll be able to play it right now. So now let's just go on to the next game. So the next game we're going to be playing is Asphalt Extreme. So loading this game, this phone has absolutely no problems, and so let's just play one race to test out its performance. So the performance throughout the game is actually quite quick. The movements are all quite quick. Now let's just start the race. So yeah, the graphics is also really good, and yeah, and yep, the phone doesn't also seem to be heating up like other phones. Yeah, also the performance is quite smooth. But one major disadvantage for all these is that we'll be sacrificing a lot of battery in return. Okay, so now we can just conclude that the iPhone 7 Plus will have absolutely no difficulties on handling even heavy games, and yeah, it should have no problems on handling really tiny and small games. Now for testing out this phone's camera, we'll just be showing you a few pictures and a video taken on this phone. After all this, we can say that all the pictures were quite crisp, and especially in portrait mode the pictures are quite amazing. Honestly, few of them are even better than a DSLR. As for videos, the 4K is also good, and so is the slow motion and also the hyperlapse. But one place maybe the iPhone isn't so strong like many other phones is in dark light. The front camera isn't amazing in dark light. Now let's just talk about the battery on this phone. This phone has a 2900 mAh battery. After all the usage we have done, we can say that this battery will actually come for a day, or maybe we might even have to charge it during the day also. This phone currently runs Apple's latest software, which is iOS 10.2.1. The experience is quite nice. It is a really user-friendly operating system, iOS. And you get really awesome stock apps like GarageBand, iMovie and all that. Now we've come to the end of this video. So having an iPhone 7 Plus for a day was a really nice experience. Each time you use it, you feel quite comfortable, and its software is really amazing, and its performance is quite unbelievable with so many awesome features and all that. But all this experience and all this fun comes at a price, and this price is really high. Thanks a lot for watching, and thanks a lot for your support. Don't forget to like this video, and bye.